Hello and welcome to Idea TV Midday News. I am Miracle Obi. We begin with the headlines. Lagos to host modern AWOLOWO Technology Mall. NELFUND warns universities against student loan fraud. SPACEX Starship achieves key milestones with satellite deployment. Apple to unveil new iPhones, watches and AI upgrades at September 9th event. And away from Africa, South Korea bans smartphones in classrooms to combat addiction. And in health, RACHISOLS Foundation powers ABIA PHC with solar energy. And in business, Dangote Refinery transforms West and Central Africa fuel supply. And finally, in sports, Indian faces possible FIFA suspension over constitution disputes. And now the news in full. The historic AWOLOWO House in Ikeja, Lagos has been redeveloped into the AWOLOWO Technology Mall in state-of-the-art hub for information and communication technology (ICT). The project, a collaboration between Wema Board and El Salem Nigeria Limited, will more than double the original commercial space from 4,800 square meters to over 9,000 square meters. The mall aims to commemorate Chief Obafemi Awolowo's legacy while providing a platform for leading ICT companies to showcase and market their products and services. According to the El Salem's managing director Ben Bade Ojo, the mall would serve as a center for innovation, ICT training and technological problem solving. Visitors can expect access to the latest global ICT electronic products without leaving Nigeria, positioning the facility as a one-stop destination for technology enthusiasts and businesses alike. The AWOLOWO Technology Mall comes at a time when Lagos has been ranked as the world's fastest growing emerging technology ecosystem in 2025. Analysts say the mall will reinforce the city's global reputation as a leading technology hub, attracting world-class firms and fostering innovation, discovery and excellence in Nigeria's tech sector. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFUND, has issued a stern warning to tertiary institutions regarding the fraudulent practices involving student loans. Institution found guilty or falsifying students' record, colluding with students to access loan, or failing to refund overpayments will face sanctions under the fund's updated operational guidelines. According to the guidelines, institution must refund any overpayments or duplicate payments within 30 calendar days or as determined by the board. Failure to comply may result in suspension from receiving further disbursements. However, the suspension will not affect students already enrolled in the scheme, except in cases related to overpayments or duplicates. NELFUND emphasized that the suspension could also be applied while investigations into misconduct or irregularities are ongoing. The updated rules reinforce the Student Loan Act 2024 and are intended to prevent financial mismanagement, safeguard public funds, and uphold the integrity of the National Student Loan Program. The SpaceX Starship rocket successfully deployed its first batch of mock Starlink satellites on Tuesday, marking its first major milestone after previous testing setbacks. The 403-foot-tall Starship system lifted up from SpaceX Starbase in Texas with a Super Heavy booster releasing the upper stage into space minutes later. About 30 minutes into the flight, Starship's Space-like system deployed 8 dummy satellites, demonstrating a crucial capability for the company's future launch operations. The mission also tested new hexagonal heat shield tiles during the Starship's supersonic re-entry over the Indian Ocean. Unlike traditional spacecraft, which requires extensive period of replacement after each mission, these tiles are designed to withstand the high-speed atmospheric friction with minimal refurbishment, a step towards fully reusable spacecraft. Elon Musk highlighted that the reusable orbital heat shield remains one of the most significant engineering challenges for the system. The flight concluded with a controlled vertical landing on the ocean west of Australia. Starship's success is central to Musk's vision of routine human space travel to Mars and NASA's plan to send astronauts back to the moon for the first time since Apollo. The mission underscores SpaceX's ongoing push to expand its launch capabilities with developing technology critical for long-term space exploration. Moving on, Apple has confirmed it will host its annual fall event on September 9 at the Steve Jobs Theater in Cupertino, California, where the company is expected to showcase a new lineup of iPhones, Apple Watches, iPad Pros, and an upgrade Vision Pro headset. Media reports suggest Apple may also debut a slimmer iPhone, possibly branded as the iPhone Air, in line with its MacBook Air and iPad Air series. This year's event is expected to highlight Apple's push into artificial intelligence integration, with updates aimed to close the gap with rivals like Samsung, Huawei, and Honor, which have advanced their AI-powered devices. In June, Apple previewed new AI features alongside a redesigned operating system that introduced liquid glass icon and menus. Apple is also navigating geopolitical and economic pressure, particularly tariffs on imports from China and India, its major production hub. To mitigate risks, the company has pledged a massive $600 billion U.S. investment over 4 years to expand domestic operations and jobs. Investors will be watching closely to see if Apple's AI-driven strategy and new devices can reinvigorate growth and reassures markets. Away from Africa, South Korea has passed a nationwide law banning mobile phones and smart devices during class hours, effective from March 2026. The move aims to curb smartphone addiction among students, which lawmakers, parents, and teachers argue negatively affects academic performance and social development. The law also allows teachers to restrict phone use on school premises and mandates education on proper device usage. Exemptions exist for students with disabilities, educational purposes, or emergencies. Most schools already had partial bans, but this legislation enshrines its law into, making South Korea one of the few countries to do so. While proponents cite research linking smartphones overuse to harmful effects on brain development and emotional growth, critics, including students and some educators, argue that the law does not address underlying issues like the intense academic pressure of the new college entrance exam, which occupies student time from early morning to late night. Some students believe education on responsible device use would be more effective than outright confiscation. We're going on a quick break. The news continues when we return. Welcome back. If you are just joining, this is Idea TV Midday News. Now the rest of the news. In health, RACHISOLS Foundation has installed a solar power system at the Amovi Primary Health Center in Aruchukwu, Abia State, significantly improving